Kindly requesting your silence as we usher in the class of 2025 to the graduation square. As we allow the student to settle, harmonics band, if you could take as we wait for the academic procession. Harmonics band, take charge. Phonics Band, please take charge. If you have any graduate side, kindly get into the tent and be settled. We are starting in the next few. For those who are still outside, please come in. For the students still outside, please come in. I'll request to remain standing for the national anthem of Kenya and for the East African Society. Thank you so much. You may kindly have your seats. To the chief guest, you are the board of directors, the BHC Academic Board, the BHC class of 2025, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. Karibuni sana to BHC and to the commencement ceremony for the class of 2025. This class boasts of 206 graduates from across 11 nationalities, including Uganda, Tanzania, Tunisia, joining us virtually, Cameroon, the Democratic Republic of Congo, Rwanda, South Sudan, the Netherlands, Nigeria, Liberia, joining us online, and finally Kenya, receiving awards from 6 academic programs and 14 non-academic award categories, which portray their achievement beyond the classroom. We are honored to share this moment with each of you. Your contribution to the graduating class has shaped their success in more ways than you can imagine. It is with this respect that we wish to recognize the owners and founders of the great institution, the Kenya Red Cross Society, who are represented here today by the SG, Dr. Ahmed Idris, and the executive members whom I will ask to kindly stand as we honor your presence. Thank you so much. It's under the wisdom of Kenya Red Cross Society that Boma Pan-African was founded and had the privilege to steward not just BHC, but the Boma hotels, the Emergency Plus Medical Services, fondly known as E+, which still boasts to have the largest ambulance service provider in sub-Saharan Africa, and with a great network in Tanzania and Kenya. The youth-focused educational media channel, the Switch Media. I equally request the boards and management of these great entities, led by the chair of the board, BHC, Mr. Mike Masharia, to please stand. Thank you so much. Now, our world-class education will not be possible without the diverse and acclaimed faculty who bring on board a wealth of knowledge, expertise, and experience across hospitality, culinary arts, leisure management, event management, business, languages, research, and innovation. I have the honor of recognizing the academic board and faculty at BHC. I also wish to recognize the incredible staff, many of whom are already standing and working behind the scenes to make today memorable. May I request the academic board to kindly stand. Thank you so much. Ladies, thank you so much. You can have your seat. Ladies and gentlemen, we will not stand, and these are the parents, guardians, spouses, and I also understand some are sponsored by their children, friends, and family of the graduating class. Thank you for not just entrusting us to shape the future of these incredible leaders, but for your unwavering support and dedication to the education and practice. May I request all the parents, the class of 2025, yes, the innovative men and women who have chosen this industry, but most importantly, chose BHC to make their dreams come true. Class of 2025. Thank you so much. 10 years ago, our founding directors dared to dream to create a Pan-African brand of global repute in the sphere of education. I'm privileged at this moment to welcome our acting school administrator, Mr. Samuel Irungu, to officially welcome you to
our chief guest, His Excellency Arnold, the French ambassador to Your Excellencies representing the nations of Belgium, Tanzania, Uganda, the Secretary General, the Kenya. Ladies and gentlemen, the BHC class of 2025, good morning. I have the esteemed honor to officially welcome you to BHC and two incredible cohorts of the class of 2025. As we mark more than a decade of transforming lives, today we are gathered to honor not only the academic accomplishments of these 207 graduates representing 8 countries, Kenya, Uganda, Tunisia, Gambia, Zimbabwe, Nigeria, Liberia, and Netherlands. You are more than BHC graduates, but now global citizens, cultural ambassadors, and future leaders of a rapidly evolving industry, hospitality education in Africa. Today, that vision has transformed into a movement. From that 7 students, 500 alumni from 1 country hosted on these halls to learners from over 40 nationalities and from a single program, 9 academic fields, 13 co-curricula, and leadership pathways. BHC has grown into an educational powerhouse, an institution whose impact stretches. The BHC curricula today stands unparalleled on the continent in partnership with global institutions like BHMS in Switzerland. We have built an ecosystem that blends for impact. In the last 3 years, we have implemented a dual vocational apprentice approach, that is DVA, merging classroom instructions with structured on-the-job training across Kenya's hospitality and digital media sectors. This model has enabled tune to both local and international industry standards. Beyond formal pathways, we are also actively engaging with Kenya's recognition of prior learning, RPL framework, by validating opportunities. Together, DVA and RPL are broadening access and opening new flexible pathways. Hospitality is no longer a fallback career. It is a craft, an art, a global business, and we want to be shaping professionals who lead it into the future. In the past few years, BHC has evolved into more than a college. We are now a consulting and research hub, trusted by the industry players, government agencies, and global partners alike. From hosting skilled hundreds across the region, we are helping build the future of hospitality in Africa and beyond. We have launched our language school at BHC, hosted international immersions, won awards in sustainability and innovations, and perhaps most importantly, remain true to our mission to deliver world-class hospitality education right here in Africa and right at the heart of Nairobi, the gateway to hospitality. As we reflect our journey, we take pride in some defining moments in the last decade. Establishing global placement network across 62 countries with world-class institutions like BHMS, Taylor's University, Ukraine University, USIU Africa, Strathmore University. Winning gold to 2024. Becoming Kenya's first accredited RPL assessment center in hospitality, being recommended for private polytechnic status, affordability, and relevance to supporting the incredible initiative of the Kenya Red Cross Society to always be there. Guests are more conscious, curious, and connected. Sustainability is no longer an option, it is a necessity. And Africa is rising, not just as a destination, but as a global voice in the hospitality and tourism. You are also part of a generation. You have powerful tools, both online and offline. Great power that equally requests great responsibility from you. So I ask, don't let your countries represent your continent, proud of roots and happy to be to embody your culture and values within your identity. Torch bearers, you carry with you the excellence of BHC, the resilience of your journeys, and the promise of a new era for hospitality in this continent.
Once again, thank you, Mr. Lungu. As we celebrate the success of the class of 2025, kindly feel free to share your moment with us via a story or a tag on our social media handle at Boma College and the hashtag BHC class of 2025. Please share the moment. Is a lady fond of driving manual cars but still maintaining a professional and courtesy on the road. A proven record of agility and strength. Moment to invite Miss Michelle Kamenembai, the class valedictorian of the class of 2025.
Thank you so much, Mr. Distinguished guests, all protocols observed, our esteemed faculty members, proud parents, my fellow graduates, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Let me first thank the school for gracing me this opportunity today. As I stand here before you, my heart swells with gratitude and honor. As we celebrate this momentous occasion, I am humbled. As graduates, today marks a great time of reflection and anticipation. We look back on the 2 years we've spent here, the friendships we've created since day one, the challenges we've overcome, mostly during the event management. But through great teamwork and positivity, we planned and managed the best event Boma College has ever hosted. Top highlights after classes and group projects, we all academically but personally shaping us into who we are today. As we gather here, we stare at the threshold of the future. We face a world that is constantly changing in different aspects, and the global challenges that lie ahead may seem daunting, yet in these very changes and challenges that we find opportunities that are able to change the world for the better. Make it brighter and more inclusive. Our education has equipped us with the tools we need to be innovative, to think critically, and to contribute meaningfully to the society. As we move forward, let's remember that the journey won't always be that smooth, but there will be obstacles and setbacks. It is through this that our adversity will grow stronger, more resilient, and more determined. We should embrace these moments, learn from them, and keep moving forward. We need to stay connected, collaborative, and supportive of one another when need be and at all times, together to success. However, let's approach the future with hope and optimism. Believe in your abilities, stay curious, and never stop learning. The world needs our passion, our creativity, and our commitment to making a difference. Finally, on behalf of my fellow graduates, I would like to sincerely appreciate the school management, the lecturers, subordinates, the faith in us, the trust in us. Thank you so much. Feel appreciated. Last but not least, to my let's go out into the world with confidence and determination, ready to embrace the future and all the possibilities it holds. We'll achieve great things. The sky is the limit. Thank you for coming all, and may God bless you all.
Thank you so much, Michelle. Now, at this point, allow me to recognize some of our key guests who are here with us who may not be in the booklet. I'll recognize just a few of them as we continue with the days to recognize the process of the CEO of Modern Dart Farms, Dr. Nancy Kosgei. Thank you so much. Together with your team, I'll just request your team also to stand. Thank you so much. Thank you. Feel appreciated. Now, the chairman of the Tourism Fund, I think he's not yet in, or he's stepped out. I'll move on with our next speaker. And introducing the next speaker is all that recognize our journey as BHC. We have received invaluable guidance and support, particularly from TVETA, that has shaped our commitment, that shaped their commitment, has helped us foster an environment that prioritizes quality training. It is with great respect that I wish to invite you to join me as I welcome Mr. Timothy Katiambo, the Acting Director General of TVETA, to share his remarks.
Thank you very much. The academic board led by the school administrator, my friend Samuel, the class of 2025, my colleagues from government, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Of course, we are here today because of the class of 2025. The rest of us are only here to witness. I want from the onset, therefore, to congratulate you. Thank you, Master of Ceremony. I think there were a few misses. So what I'm saying is that as our TVET authority, we are the custodians of quality in TVET. Therefore, I'm here to just assure the parents and the graduates duly registered by TVETA Kenya. I could even give you the registration number, but that is already confirmed from the remarks made by the administrator of the institution. I appreciate that indeed this is an international benchmarking center. The face of Boma is international, totality of Kenya. May I also mention, just for information, that as we appreciate the dual training that happens here at Boma, it's also to appreciate the changes that are taking place in the curriculum environment in the country. You are doing dual as just an affirmation of your acclamation to being a center of excellence in hospitality. You are a center of excellence because you are training right in industry. That's the basic characteristic. From theory to practice seamlessly. And increasingly now, we are now picking on the modular curricula, and therefore the school we're now switching to modules, at the end of which each module then one should have attained competencies that can take them to industry. Very flexible in that entry, very flexible. It's the international face in Boma. You may have listened to the president last evening in his cabinet retreat, and he mentioned one thing. Use the foreign languages that can take us out of Kenya. That was already alluded to here by the school administrator. So increasingly, beyond your skill, that was the message from the president himself last evening. So in that front, Boma again is leading. We just need you to enhance it a bit more. Of course, the exemplary performance at world skill. TVETA, as I mentioned, deals with quality assurance. We do it end to end. From the point your institution was registered, ensure that there's consistency in the documentation that exists right from admission to graduation. It's your responsibility, therefore, as a graduate here, to confirm that your name is in the graduation list. If there's a graduation booklet here, as a quality assurer, I would really want to confirm that it's there. It has licensed courses, because we issued a license here. Only licensed courses are being graduated here. It's your responsibility to confirm that. I say that because at my desk, I handle requests for confirmation that I was in that institution 10 years ago. We cannot get documentation. It's your responsibility, therefore, to confirm that that was done. If you are not in that list, 5 years down the line, nobody may actually confirm that you are here, beyond the institution itself out there. You may be on a list. It's important because it's for future reference. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2025, once again, congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Now, at this moment, allow me to recognize two more guests as we proceed with the next speech, which will be run online from BHMS. Allow me to recognize the presence of Mr. Hilary Kiplagat, Professor Kiplagat, Much, Professor, for gracing this occasion. Also, allow me to recognize the presence of Madam Lina Kowiti. Thank you so much. Now, at this moment, we've been healed. Now, at this moment, allow me to play a speech from the BHMS, which will be played electronically. Thank you so much, technical team.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Roland Fitzgerald, Director at BHMS in Lucerne. 10 years of partnership between BIHC and BHMS. This partnership is something we're incredibly proud of. Over the past decade, we've worked together to build a pathway for young professionals in Africa to thrive in the global hospitality and be part of a community of professionals who lead with heart and serve with purpose. I have no doubt that your future will be bright. To the faculty and staff at BIHC, thank you for your time. The next generation of leaders. To the parents, families and sponsors, thank you for believing in the power of education and for investing in your children's futures. Your role in this journey is vital, and today's success is with BHMS. Graduates, as you move into the next chapter of your careers, I truly hope to see some of you in Lucerne, Switzerland. Your studies with us at BHMS or simply to visit and reconnect. You're always welcome and you'll always be part of the BHMS family. Once again, congratulations, class of 2020.
Thank you so much, thank you. Now, you will believe that our students are shaped by a number of hoteliers, and in our presence we have quite a number of them. But allow me to recognize the presence of Mr. Thomas, the Cluster General Manager, Boma Hotels. Thank you so much, Thomas. I can see those waving. Allow me to introduce one lady who rose from the simplest roles in hospitality industry, from the lowest category of hotel, being now one of the most loved general managers in the hospitality industry, managing one of the cash cow in Naivasha, and with a passion to mentor Miss Anne Peggy Ashira, the General Manager of Yenashpai Resort, Naivasha.
A very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Some of you haven't responded to my greeting, and I'll stand here until you respond. Yenashpai Resort and Spa. But this morning I didn't come here as the general manager of Yenashpai Resort and Spa. I came as an exhibit. I rose from a waitress in 2004. I was a waitress at the Lido restaurant in White Sands Beach Resort and Spa. Director of Sarova Hotels as a waitress then. And what was supposed to be service became an encounter with a businessman who had a great vision for the hospitality industry date, and I speak about him everywhere I go because he invested in mentoring who I am today. And Sandy said to Mohammed, there's and groom her. And Sandy would check out of the hotel in January 2005, and he would die in a car crash in Ethiopia doing a feasibility in Ethiopia. But Mohammed did not keep that story to himself. He shared the story in the management brief. And from a waitress position, I'd actually just worked for 3 months in White Sands. I left White Sands in January 2010 as the acting food and beverage manager. And by the time I left White Sands, I'd moved to 6 years to an outlet manager in charge of a couple of restaurants, to an assistant food and beverage manager, and I left being poached by Lesha Lodge on a double salary to be a fully pledged F&B manager. So I've been in the industry for 23 years. This is my 24th. 2020, I'm moving quickly because of the time given to me. 2020, I was voted by CEO Global as one of Africa. And I'm grateful for where I am, and I came as a voice of encouragement that don't just carry your CV to the industry. Carry something more than a CV. We have the industry, the employment market is saturated with people who have international certificate, have PhDs, have masters, the culmination of late nights, early mornings, exams, projects, laughter, tears and growth. Today, you officially become one of the Kenya's premier hospitality institution, Boma International Hospitality College. And I can say that because quite a number of your students get. Let me start by saying congratulations to the class of 2025 and say that you have earned your place at the table of professionals in the hospitality industry. Now, this table, the hospitality industry, is not ordinary. It is the table that welcomes the world. It is the stage where you now begin to serve with excellency, dignity, and passion. Boma International has, but the real classroom is about to open, and it has no walls. It's the lobbies, the kitchens, the front offices, the guest rooms, and the boardrooms. What is the good wouldn't be where I am. It is a calling. It is so fulfilling when you serve people with your heart. The satisfaction that you get is more than what you found. The world will always remember how you made them feel. I always tell my staff that the people that come to hotels are not looking for food. They can cook at home. They have beds bigger than the ones we keep in the hotel. They have compounds that they can tour with their cars. People come to the hotels are looking sick that you are called to do. The world is changing, so must you change. Today's hospitality world is very dynamic. Guests are no longer just looking for personalized experiences. They are no longer luxuries. Those are expectations from anyone that is paying to stay in your hotel. Your training has given you the foundation, but adaptability. Please be ready to do the little things that make a difference. In Elashipai, our brand promise is, it's the little things delight. And I tell you, in the end, in the world, allow honesty and character to be your real differentiator. We are living in times when shortcuts look tempting, when people fake purpose. A lie might get you through the door to a position in a hotel, but it won't keep you in the room. Your honesty work build on trust, because we deal with people from the guest room to the boardroom. Good character is your greatest competitive advantage. And remember this, the best thing, it is your character. That is what leaves a lasting impression. That is what builds legacies. When you say you've trained, let it be true. When you are assigned a task, do it with integrity, even when no one is watching. As you rise, because you will, let it be because you are faithful with the small and trustworthy with the big. Just face the industry with a good character, integrity, and the way to the top is all clear. I always say this because I train a lot. First with interns. And there's something I always tell interns, and I'll tell the graduates this morning. Please look up. Just lift your head and look up. Is there anybody seated up? Empty. But only character and integrity will carry you up there. When people fake purpose, inflate experience, and lie their way to the top, when they come down, some of them come down never to go up. Your honesty, work ethic, moral. So let's purpose to be men and women of integrity. The hospitality industry is one of Kenya's greatest economic pillars and one of our greatest ambassadors. As you graduate and new ambassadors of Kenyan hospitality, whether you serve in Nairobi, Dubai, Paris, or New York, wherever you find yourself, let guests encounter the warmth, the professionalism, and the grace that Kenya is known for. Let your presence remind the world Africa is not behind. We are rising. Dare to dream higher. Don't stop at being an employee. Be a problem solver. Be a culture carrier. Be a leader. Be the one who mentors others. Be the one who starts the next great Kenyan hotel chain. Above all, never settle. The hospital, bring your full self to the table, and there is no seat, build your own. In this bunny world that is so brittle, anxious, no option, because businesses are going to be interrupted. But businesses are craving for people that are designed for interruption so that we can weather any economic downtime and still take money to the bank. As I finish, I have a message to the parents, to the mentors, to the guardians who are in the room who came to celebrate people that deep gratitude. You have sacrificed, you have prayed, you have hoped, and today you are watching your child, your sister, your brother, your adopted child step into the world. Capability and character. We are living in a bunny world, and I want to repeat this, a world that feels brittle, anxious, non-linear, and at times simply incomprehensible. I know that as parents, this world can make you anxious about your children's future. But here is my encouragement to you, dear guardian. You have not raised followers, you've raised future leaders. You have not raised independents, you've raised creators, thinkers and builders. You have not raised survivors, you've raised transformers. While the world may be unpredictable, your child now carries something stronger than certainty. They carry resilience, a global skill set, and the art of true hospitality, which is the ability to bring order, prepare them for impact. And as they rise, we celebrate you. The first teacher, the first mentor, the silent investor. Thank you for raising the kind of graduate this world desperately needs. Your hearts lead with empathy. Your minds think with innovation. And your feet walk boldly into greatness. Go out and do exploits. Go out and be the... And I invite more women to be general managers. And if you are looking for a mentor, I am right here. I have still 7 years to retire, turning 53 this graduates. If you think you are cut out for excellency, zero tolerance for mediocrity, you have a job with me. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Ann Peggy. Thank you so much. I have my take home. If you believe you don't want mediocrity, you have a mentor. For the ladies in the house, gentlemen, don't worry, you'll have a mentor who will speak today. I will not leave you behind. Ladies already have one. Now this moment is very hard to talk after you are senior in our profession. So I want to take a short break and allow Harmonics Band to give us a piece as I take a break to allow us
everything gon' be alright. Gonna raise a glass and sing. Everybody have some time. Gonna raise a glass and now my heart feels like a member, and it's lighting up the dark. I'll carry these torches for ya, and I know they'll never drop, yeah. Everybody hurts sometimes, everybody hurts someday, and everything gon' be alright. Everybody hurts sometimes, everybody hurts someday, and everything gon' be alright. Come on, raise a glass and sing. Everybody hurts sometimes, everybody hurts someday, and everything gon' be alright. Come on, raise a glass and sing. Everybody hurts sometimes, everybody hurts someday, and everything gon' be alright. Come on, raise a glass and sing.
Thank you so much, the band. I'll call you back. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Harmonics Band, comprising of graduating students, some current students, and a few of our alumni. Now, at this point, allow me to introduce somebody who believes in talent, somebody who is a footballer by background, a person whose story can inspire everybody, but a person who, by his grace, we are standing here today. Allow me and help me welcome on stage the SG of Kenya Red Cross Society, Dr. Ahmed Idris, who will also invite the governor of Red Cross after his speech. Karibu sana.
Thank you. The reason why he recognizes me as a footballer is because every time we played with him, my team bet him. At one point in time, he feigned that he had broken a leg so that he doesn't participate in a tournament. We still have another round. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, colleagues, distinguished guests. My name is Ahmed Idris. I'm the Secretary General of the Kenya Red Cross. I've been in this institution for now 16 years, going to the 17th year. I'm getting old. But it's interesting, time moves very quickly. It was just 10 years ago that we sat in a room with Mheshimiwa Olum, Dr. Abbas, former Secretary General, and I was given a task. Those days I used to be mtu wa kazi ya mkono. So I was given a task to think about an agreement with a school in Switzerland on how we can start what should be a hospitality college. 10 years down the road, we have a school of excellence. That is time, but it is commitment from people who are here today and those who have passed. I want to extend special gratitude to the board of the Boma International Hospitality College, and specifically distinguished gratitude to the former Secretary General, Dr. Abbas Gulet, who is also a former board member of the BIHC. I want to also thank the board of the Kenya Red Cross for having invested in this school. Many of you will ask why the Kenya Red Cross has an interest in a hospitality college. And this is the message I want to share with you young people today. The theme of what I want to tell you has just been introduced by the entertainment team. Everybody hurts someday. As you graduate, I want you to remember what today means. As we speak, as you think about your garnishings and food sculpting, I want you to remember that every other place in this world today, there's somebody who's thinking of how to bring down buildings using bombs and weapons. Today, this world is witnessing 62 active conflicts in 36 countries. This is the highest the world has witnessed since the end of the World War II. That is the reality of today. As you think about setting up the fine dining, I want you to remember that today, as we speak, 1 in every people in the world is going hungry. 1 in every 11 individuals in the world is going hungry. Today, 1 in every 5 individuals in Africa are going without food, sleeping hungry. That's the reality of the world that you're graduating into. Today, more children and women are dying in conflicts than combatants. Just last year, 4 times more children and women died in conflict than the previous year, 2023. That is the world that you're going to graduate into and that we live in. Today, as we speak, 173 million people are displaced globally, forced to leave their homes, forced to leave their comfort, forced to leave their beds in refugee camps, in displacement camps. So as you make the beds, as you design the fine linen, as you think about those pillows, remember that the world that we are living in is not the world of 5-star hotels, that there is a bigger world out there, a world that the Kenya Red Cross and those who think like us have refused to accept should go unresponded. And that is what you should remember. You learned in a campus where people's core business is to think about the problems of others. That is why we invested in education. We think that the future of this world is going to be made different by young people who have interacted in learning spaces, developed skill sets to build their communities, to build their countries, to build the world. I want you to know today, as you think about food diplomacy, culinary diplomacy, that there's people everywhere who are trying to bring down multilateralism, who are introducing the ugly faces of racism, nationalism, items that we thought we've forgotten 60 years ago. I want you to think about that deeply. And when you go out, when you work, remember where you came from. Tell people that you are in the Red Cross campus, where the best of humanity has to be thought about first. I want you to remember that there is more to your professions, that there is being human first before you think about working and earning and living grand. And that is the main message for me to you, that the Kenya Red Cross did not invest in the hospitality college so that we just think about 5-star hotels. We invested in the hospitality industry so that everyone has a dream, that we can all be part of that important lifestyle, that we can all be comfortable, that nobody should go hungry, that nobody should go without a bed at night, and most importantly, that we can all live together as one group of global human beings. I'm sorry for dampening your mood, but that is the reality of the day you're graduating today. You will make a difference. We will support you to make that difference, but always remember where you came from. Thank you. It is my distinct honor to invite the representative of the Governor of Kenya Red Cross, who is the first Deputy Governor, Madam Juliana, to come talk to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Bona SD. Good morning, parents and families, graduating class of 2005, our guest of honor, distinguished guests, Board of Directors of Kenya Red Cross, Board of Directors of BIHC. I'm here, standing here, as our Secretary General has said, on behalf of our Governor, Honorable Geoffrey Korir, who due to other exigencies could not make it here today as much as he wanted to come. And he sends his greetings, he sends his love, and he sends his congratulatory message to the graduating class of 2005. I came here with my fellow Deputy Governor, Bona Samuel Nyairo. Maybe if you can just wave to the crowd, thank you. And ours is just we are just humbled. We are truly humbled to be here once again. It has been a decade of world-class education that has come out of this idea that the SG spoke of. And it has produced over 5,000 alumni, people who are out there in the world, serving, carrying the flag of BIHC, and bringing out the whole concept of culinary excellence that has become BIHC today. To the graduates, I know you have had a very interesting time. There have been several competitions where you have participated with other hotels, with other institutions, and your name has come out top. I hope you have enjoyed yourselves. I know you have done a lot of hard work. You have learned, you have worked together with your faculty, and today is the day of reckoning. And for that, congratulations. Almost everything I had to say in terms of inspiration has been very, very well articulated by Miss Anne. Miss Anne, you have inspired me thoroughly, not just as a woman, but also as somebody in the service industry, and your excellence is noted. And what I wanted to point about is that humility, that applying yourself, and that service. Giving service fully, with integrity, with your whole heart, so that in whatever position you're in. Because as you have seen, Ms. Anne was picked from what we can call the starting positions. We don't call it lowest. We are all in the service industry, and each and every one of you is going to be very key in the institutions that you work in the institutions that you open, because some of you are going to graduate and move on from here and become entrepreneurs and start your own culinary businesses. So from whatever level you start, it is the service, it is the integrity that is important. At Kenya Red Cross, one of the most important pillars of our humanitarian service, I know the SG has pointed on the aspect of humanity. One of the key pillars is actually the youth. It is through working with youth and developing the youth that you can truly make an impact in communities. When the youth go back into their communities with skill sets such as this, the contribution that they have in the communities that they go back to, it actually adds up in a very huge way. And in a humanitarian way, because service is for the betterment of others. And so we are extremely, extremely proud to be associated. To the faculty, thank you very much. Your contribution in this whole auspicious occasion does not go unnoticed. We know you have really worked together with the students, with the graduating class, and as we heard from our Director General of TVETA, we are proud that this is an accredited institution. So to the parents, when you invest in BIHC, you know you're investing in a world-class accredited institution. So you know that the skills that your children carry forth have gone through a rigorous academic accreditation. To the management as well, thank you very much. To the boards, this would not have been possible without your leadership, through the chair, Mr. Mike. And we do not forget, obviously, the contribution of our founders, who foresaw a dream that has now become a reality and has become a community steadfast excellence. I think mine is just to say congratulations to the graduating class. Congratulations on your path forward. We look forward to seeing more and more of these graduations, and we look forward to seeing an even bigger growing community of alumni. I think there's over 5,000 people now. So we look forward to growing that number, and we look forward to having some of you join Anne at Enashipai. Thank you very much, and congratulations. Am I introducing? Oh.
Thank you so much, Miss Juliana. Now, the last time I introduced somebody as a footballer, now allow me to introduce one of the best model we have in the hospitality industry. A gentleman who is the chairman of Kenya Association of Hotel Keepers, somebody who's been in the industry long enough to know the dynamic of the industry, and the current chair of the board of Boma International Hospitality College. It's with all respect that I wish to invite on stage Mr. Mike Masharia. He's a typical hotelier.
Thank you very much. I was asking Gideon whether I should jump to the stage so that I can prove that I still have some ears left on me. Our chief guest, Ambassador Suke, who has not yet arrived. Our founders, the Kenya Red Cross Society, led by Julian and Nyairo, and Secretary General Ahmed, my fellow board members at BIHC, the faculty, the class of 2025, colleagues in the industry. I have seen quite a number of colleagues in the industry that I have engaged in over many, many years. I know that some of my friends from Tourism Fund were meant to be here today. Haven't seen them yet. Parents. Oh, here he is. I was asking where Tourism Fund people are. Our partners, KPC, Morendat College, BHMS, and all distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. The danger of being one of the last speakers is that all the clever things have been said. So you come here, and like Julian said, you're wondering, do I repeat what one clever speaker said? Or should I just keep quiet and go home? So probably the next time, they should put the chair first. And then they can bring all these other clever guys to follow, and maybe even the chief guest. So very interesting speakers. We've had a lot of inspiration. I heard that the valedictorian, Kamene, drives to school. In our time, that was unheard of. Even getting into a car was a story in itself. So the world has really changed. Timothy from Tiveta spoke about modules, which is very interesting. It's where the world is going. But when you look at what BHIC is doing, the progression is actually modular. It's just informal, because when you come to BHIC and you exit with a certificate, you're ready for the world. You can still come back and progress to a diploma, and you're still ready for the world. You still come back and go to BHMS and progress for a degree. You're still ready for the world. So we are doing it here. And that's why we are going into partnerships with local universities, local colleges such as Morendat, and also international universities and international colleges, so that we are able to also fulfill, as the government is sorting out the legal side of it, we can implement it from a practical point of view. And Peggy from Enashipai, one day, please ask me and Honorable Joa Sholum to give you our story. Mine and Honorable Olum's are very, very similar to Ann Peggy's. Those starting entry point positions to looking at the sky. Everybody had some day. I really love music. What the MC Gideon forgot to tell you is that I used to be a musician. So if you play a song, I can sing. You band. So very, very good inspirations. The challenges brought out by Ahmed, and obviously the stories by Julian. Now, since I have nothing clever to say, you will allow me to read my speech as is written. It is probably the first time I'm reading any speech. I always speak off the cuff, but I'd like to pay tribute to the immediate former chair, Ms. Gina Dean Kariuki, who led us from inception till early this year when she retired from the board, and also Dr. Abbas, who had some serious internal energy that none of us could even master even when you put the 10 of us. So I'd like to pay tribute to those two individuals and thank them very much for their contribution to this college and to the greatness of this college. A decade ago, something bold took root. BIHC began the radical era that Africa could train its own hospitality leaders to world standards, not by copying others, but by designing a model rooted in our own identity, excellence, and ambition. What started as a vision has now become a movement. Today, BIHC stands as a thriving institution, globally connected, industry relevant, and proudly African. As we mark this milestone, we are not just celebrating a decade of progress. We are honoring a powerful commitment to shaping the future of hospitality in Africa and beyond. A decade later, that vision is not just alive, it is thriving. BIHC is now a globally connected, industry-aligned institution that has earned a reputation for producing graduates who are not only technically proficient and globally competitive, but also proudly grounded in African excellence. As we reflect on this journey, it is clear that we have witnessed the birth of a new kind of institution, one that is agile, future-facing, socially conscious, and deeply rooted in African identity. This is the role that we are called to as pioneers, to anticipate, influence, and innovate the future of work and service in Africa. Today, as we gather to celebrate the accomplishments of the 9th graduating class of BIHC, I'm filled with immense pride and optimism. Graduates, this is your moment. You stand tall at a time when the world is ready, and in many ways, waiting for bold, new leadership in the African hospitality and tourism sectors. These sectors are no longer confined to traditional roles. They now encompass a wide range of dynamic career pathways in leisure, in luxury, in events management, in sports, in wellness, financial services, healthcare, hospitality, and other emerging fields that demand creativity, innovation, and cultural intelligence. Just this morning, I was giving a talk at a Kenya Tourism Board forum that was discussing how to harness sports and medical tourism. So these are areas that are also emerging that you should look at. The possibilities before you are broader than ever, and your training has positioned you to thrive across this expansive, evolving landscape. Congratulations to each one of you for reaching this incredible milestone. You faced challenges with resilience, honed your skills, and shown a commitment to excellence. Today, you become part of a generation tasked with the rewriting of the African hospitality narrative. And I know that because in my engagements, I do come across a lot of you, either in training or after, and you can tell. When you walk into a property and you see how the staff are behaving, you can tell who is a BIHC graduate and who is not. We have that star shining on you. As you prepare to step into your professional lives, I urge you to embrace lifelong learning because our industry is evolving and it's doing so rapidly. We have AI. We have shifting traveler preferences. The days of people coming to the beach and asking for one beer and lying down for 21 days are long gone. The traveler nowadays wants to come in, take a picture, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, show where they were, and move on. So these preferences are changing. We also have sustainability imperatives and the digital transformation, which is reshaping how we work and how we serve. To remain relevant and impactful, you must keep learning, keep adapting, and keep growing. The certificate or diploma you receive today is not the finish line. It is a launch pad. Invest in your growth through continuous education, mentorship, and collaboration. Be curious. Let curiosity guide you as your compass. Ask questions. Find out why. Go to the root, because that is the only way you can learn more. But learning alone is not enough. It may be a launch pad, but you also must be bold. We must challenge the status quo. For too long, Africa's hospitality brands have operated in the shadows of global giants. As you heard, Anne Peggy was talking about an African brand that was trying to expand into the region. We've had the likes of Serena, African brand, operating in as far as Mozambique, in Uganda, in Kigali, even as far as Lake Kivu, they have properties there. Our local brand, Sarova, used to own hotels in Uganda. We need to see us as Kenyans playing to the African space and not only celebrating international brands when they come here. I believe and I know that the next frontier belongs to African brands, rooted in authenticity, powered by innovation, and ready to stand shoulder to shoulder with the best in the world. Imagine a continent where hotel chains, travel experiences, and culinary destinations proudly carry African names. I know somebody told us to speak French and Spanish, which is very good because you are able to operate in the global world. But we would also like those people to come and speak Swahili, to know a word of the Luo, to know the greeting in Giriama, to experience Kikuyu food, Kamba, Luya. I could go on and on and on. We also need to take our space. And as you learn French, please learn a second African language if you don't have a first. That is your charge and your opportunity. You have the talent, the training, and the cultural richness to lead this transformation. Our cuisine, our service ethos, our storytelling, they are treasures the world is hungry for. But that story must be told from within. It is time to stop waiting for others to define us. It is time we shape our own global narrative. I'm proud to acknowledge BIHC's commitment to this vision through initiatives such as Ladha za Africa, a celebration of African culinary excellence and innovation. That event was held here last November. We want to make it an annual event. We want to bring all of Africa into BIHC. That event was a statement. It's a statement that African gastronomy is not just ready for the world, it is ready to lead. To the BIHC Academic Board, my fellow board members and faculty, I commend you. You're not just training professionals, you're shaping visionaries. Your work is vital. And I encourage you to keep investing in knowledge, research, and mentorship. BIHC has the potential to become a continental powerhouse in hospitality training, in consulting, and in innovation. And I say this because I spent 2 weeks in Geneva and even visited Lausanne, where our partner college is. And I can tell you, of the 4 weeks that I spent in Europe, I did not get service as good as I do in Kenya. And that is a fact. The European standards are dropping because of the economic recession, and ours are growing because of passion. So we need to keep it up. To the class of 2025, let me say this. It had been said, and that's why I was talking about clever things. Somebody came and said, hospitality is a calling. It's more than a profession. One that has power to unite cultures, spark economic growth, and showcase the very best of who we are as Africans. Wherever your path leads, whether to hotels, airlines, tourism boards, entrepreneurship, or even academia, carry the spirit of service, authenticity, and excellence with you. Go forth with passion. Go forth with purpose. Go forth as ambassadors of a new era in African hospitality. Congratulations, class of 2025. Africa and the world is waiting for you. Thank you very much.
I was just requesting the chair for his permission to allow me to change the program for a minute and request Miss Mendy to kindly join me on stage and just say a word of jumbo to our graduate, Miss Mendy of KCB Foundation. Being one of our strongest partner, please allow me just to break the protocol and invite you on stage. Karibu sana, madam. Harmonics band, be on standby.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, parents, graduates, distinguished guests. I'm really glad to be standing in front of you today as we celebrate a class that represents not just academic achievement, but also global excellence, diversity, and as per what we also heard from the valedictorian, boundless potential. So commencement ceremonies are often seen as endings, but in reality, they're beginnings. As our previous speaker from NSHPI said, so these are launch pads into possibility, and here at BHIC, the possibilities are global, as we have very clearly seen, and they're also transformative. And since the inception, as we also heard from Mr. Irongo, BIHC has really grown. It's grown in terms of width, it's also grown in terms of depth, as well as excellence. Your journey is one of impact, one of innovation, from certification. You've been certified as a TVET Center of Excellence, as well as also your shining example in terms of your performance at the Africa World Skills Competition. And most recently, Best Hospitality Training Institute in Kenya. So those are not just awards. They're indicators of very intentional leadership, world-class standards, and a deep commitment to nurturing the next generation of hospitality professionals. And hospitality, as we have heard from all the speakers who've spoken before, is not just about service, right? At its core, it's about human connection. And in a world that is increasingly automated and fragmented and transactional, what you're really bringing in terms of warmth, precision, adaptability is even more valuable than ever. So to the graduates, your training here places you at the center of an industry that is not only growing, but is redefining experiences, as Mr. Macharia also said, right? So as tourism, in terms of looking at sustainable travel, from luxury innovation to cultural immersions, your skills will really shape how the world connects, how the world rests, and how the world remembers. And to the class, again, of 2025, you're entering the workforce as pioneers, as problem solvers, and as ambassadors. You're equipped not just with the technical expertise, but also with cross-cultural intelligence, with professionalism, and with confidence. And let me say this clearly, the world needs more of what you have to offer. So as you step into your next chapter, whether in Kenya, across Africa, or globally, remember that excellence is not just an act, right? Excellence is something that you do. It's something that is a habit. So you represent BHIC, the legacy, and the world is going to continue to know the brand through your service, your leadership, and your humility. You're the standard now. So go forward with pride and shine on. Congratulations once more, and may your journeys be as exceptional as this moment. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Miss Mendy. It's good. I was told if you have the microphone, you can be a bully. Thank you for allowing me to bully you. Allow me at this moment to recognize the presence of the Chair of Tourism Fund, and I'll kindly request you to stand and wave, Mr. Some. Just stand and wave. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for gracing this occasion. Allow me to welcome back on stage for 5 minutes the Harmonics Band, just to give us a piece before proceed to the next level. Harmonics Band.
Sorry.
I'm gonna make a change for once in my life. It's gonna feel real good, gonna make a difference, gonna make it right. As I turn up the color on my favorite winter coat, this wind is blowing my mind. I see the kids on the street with not enough to eat. Who am I to be blind, pretending not to see their needs? A summer disregard, a broken bottle top, and a one-man soul. They follow each other on the wind, you know, 'cause they got nowhere to go. That's why I want you to know I'm starting with a man in the mirror, and I'm as asking him to change his ways, and no message should have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make the change. Oh, na 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 na. Oh, yeah. I've been a victim of a selfish kind of love. It's time that I realize there's some with no home, not a naked alone. Could it be really me pretending not to see their needs? I will, Lord, please cut somebody's broken and a washed out dream. They follow the pattern of the wind, you see, 'cause they got no place to be. That's why I'm starting with me. I'm starting with a man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways, and no message could have been made. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and go. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. Oh yeah. I'm asking him to change his ways, and no message could have been made.
Thank you so much, Harmonix Band. At least you've made me happy. And I wish you invite the chairman to be part of your team so that in November he can be part of a performing artist. At this moment, ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment we've all been waiting for. The main reason why we are here. Allow me this moment to welcome Mr. George Adala, Head of Hotel Operation, and Ms. Doreen Ikala, the Academic Registrar at BHC, to come and offer the academic awards to the class of 2025. The class, you are not even happy for yourself. Thank you so much.
Graduates, when I call your name, you remain upstanding until you're conferred. With the permission of the BIHC Academic Board, it is my honor to present to you the graduating class of June 2025. I am pleased to inform you that these graduates have satisfied all the academic requirements for the award of the following diplomas and certificate. Diploma in Hospitality Management with a mention distinction. Diana Nduta Njoroge. Ebrima Dabo in absentia. Michelle Kamene Mbai. Najma Makbul Sharif. Yvonne Wangeshi Maina. With a mention merit, Anne Belvin Muthio Mutinda, Esther Nduta Ngige, Kariri Nelson, Kelvin Irungu Kamau, Laura Eileen Ojigo, Margaret Wangari Mbugwa, Maureen Wangeshi Mathai, Miriam Wanjugu Wahome, Muriuki Abigail Mudhoni, Patricia Ateka Litaba, Patricia Wangui Kinyi in absentia, Paris Waithera Ndirangu, Rose Anzanzi, Sandra Njeri Ndirangu, Stephanie Alice Akelo, Sylvia Wanji Kunjau, Winnie Jepketer, Winnie Lokobo Ekeno. With the mention pass, Adel Kelai, Ariana Margaret Owiti, Chege Kibuga Mark, Laura Amondi, Faith Jerotich, Yami Chepkemoi Yator. Comfort Talemwa Izagire Mwirumubi in absentia. I have the honor to present and recommend these graduates of the Boma International Hospitality College, the Dual Diploma in Hospitality Management.
Acting on the recommendation of the BHC Academic Board and by the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Directors, I hereby confer.
Munge Joseph Gadhunga, Leon Mwigumi Imbokolokonye, Masharia Precious Wanjiku, Maimuna Diba in absentia, Mariama Jello in absentia, Mark Mushemi Mushiri, Michael Nzau, Moses Kiarie, Onyando Ivy Martha, Roy Victor Kaburu Wanjengu, Sean James Mwangi Njathi, Stephen Wanjoi Ngugi in absentia, Snyder Alusa, Wavinya Mwania, with the mention merit, Abigail Wahome, Achieng Elsie Wamboi, Alice Ashley Achieng Ajode, Anyango Anastasia Opicha, Bob Gwaliamba Godia, Brian Ngala Nzomba, Charity Wangui Gatundu, Davis Chuli Mwinde, Dennis K. Njaramba, Diana Chelagat, Doris Sandy Achieng, Edith Wanza Mutisia, Edwin Charles Karani Nyaga, Alice Bukhala Lugulu, Elizabeth Wanjiku Wawero, Emily Kola Rose, Faith Mumbu Andhei, Fatme Faisal Faraj, Fatum Amei, Hindra Nyangacha Magare, Ivy Sara Wambua Wainaina, Jason Dala Malu, John Mundui, Justin Jamal Hawi Oreke, Kioko Patrick Mutua, Kiragu Mwangi, Laura Chepkorir, Lexi Mukami Njeru, Lilian Kerubo Okerio, Limo Kangogo Vivian, Linda Wambui Kibe, Martin Gadhua Gadhiru, Mark Kuria Mwangi, Mary Njoki Kagai, Matilda Wanjiku Irungu, Melody Omaido Ikomoli, Michelle Wanjiku Kahuho, Mike Munene, Monica Wanjiru Kabigo, Neema Wambui Kamanya, Nyaga Cynthia Mudhoni, Roy Wesonga Oundo, Sharon Waithera Mutarura, Sud Gulet in absentia, Suhel Muhammad Hanif Kasim, Wamalwa Envila Nasimiu, Zawadi Wangari Githinji, Zuher Tariq Muhammad. With the mention pass, Anita Margaret Angel, Doreen Mbugua, Elijah Kisada Mutiabule in absentia, Gadhara Melissa Wairimu, Hawa Bahati Wanjira Ngugi, Ivy Nkao, Jerius Mumo, Kiptioni Imanda Ian, Linda Muinde, Mwema Masud Mtiso, Nelly Nyamoki Karisa, Nyabwa Ruzali Akinyi, Peter Muturi Kanene, Ruth Wanjiru Karanja, Steve Waema Mwaniki, Tyrone Wambugu, Yvonne Wanjiru Njuguna. I have the honor to present and recommend these graduates of Boma International Hospitality College the Dual Swiss Diploma in Culinary Arts.
Acting on the recommendation of the BHC Academic Board and by the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Directors, I hereby confer upon each of you the Dual Swiss Diploma in Culinary Arts with all its rights, privileges, and honors thereto appertaining to this award. Congratulations.
Thank you. Please take your seats. Certificate in Hospitality Operations. With the mention merit, Ben Abdulmelek in absentia, Mary Wangui Wahome, Mikal Salim in absentia, Mukami Stella Mwende, Rose Anzanzi, Sarah Wanjiru Oyugi, Wekesa Nelima, Winnie Lokobe Ekeno. With the mention pass, Ihem Mesguch in absentia, Chege Kibuga Mak, Joy Ambuchi Esuchi, Maher Mansuri in absentia. I have the honor to present and recommend these graduates of Boma International Hospitality College the certificate in hospitality operations.
Acting on the recommendation of the BHC Academic Board and by the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Directors, I hereby confer upon each of you the certificate in hospitality operations with all its rights, privileges, and honors thereto appertaining to this award. Congratulations.
Thank you. Certificate in Culinary Operations with the mentioned distinction. Faith Amani Nosim Sukantet, Pascal Ikenye Ejiofo in absentia, Brenda Ruvimbo Chanua in absentia. With the mentioned merit, Aliongo Talia Bulesh in absentia, Alvin Joseph Omondi, Ben Bele Sedu, Charity Wangui Gitundu, Elise Buhala Lubulu, Fatum Amei, Hope Sandra Sambo, Jemima Mweni Maingi, Linda Chesang, Lydia Wambui Kibe, Martha Kate, Matthew Sinja, Penina Wanjiku Nyagura, Precious Jeringinga, Shisia Sylvia Ayodi, Sirbe Sam Butasi, Stephanie Mudhoni Mwangi, Zablon Unia. With the mention pass, Penina Achieng, Adrian Chelsea Ndenya, Effie Maina, George Kipchumba Kogo, Gloria Wanjiru Kinyanjui, Linda Mwinde, Michael Maina Kige, in absentia, Michelle Jerry Mutero, Ndegwa Lucy Wanjiru, Nganga Elizabeth Wangari, Noel Kanuthu Kamau, Nyabwa Rosalie Akinyi, Peter Muturi Kanene, Ryan Musau, Salma Ahmed Harun, Steve Waema Mwaniki, Tabitha Mukami Steven, Victor Mutua. I have the honor to present and recommend these graduates of the Boma International Hospitality College certificate in culinary operations.
Acting on the recommendation of the BHC Academic Board and by the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Directors, I hereby confer upon each of you the certificate in culinary operations with all its rights, privileges, and honors thereto appertaining to this award. Congratulations.
Thank you. Certificate in food and beverage production and service with the mention merit, Uzoka Chinonso Stella Maris in absentia. I have the honor to present and recommend this graduate of the Boma International Hospitality College certificate in food and beverage production and service.
Acting on the recommendation of the BHC Academic Board and by the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Directors, I hereby confer you the certificate in food and beverage production and service with all its rights, privilege, and honors thereto appertaining to this award. Congratulations.
Certificate in baking and patisserie with the mentioned distinction, Cynthia Mbinya Mutunga. With the mentioned merit, Gladys Mudhoni Karori, Carol Mutesi Rukubia Oguna, Fatuma Abdi Nasir Ali, Caleb Kole Musembi. With the mentioned pass, Safari Kiiru Sigitati, Fatumo Mukhtar. I have the honor to present and recommend these graduates of the Boma International Hospitality College certificate in baking and patisserie.
Acting on the recommendation of the BHC Academic Board and by the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Directors, I hereby confer upon you the certificate in baking and patisserie with all its rights, privileges, and honors thereto appertaining to this award. Congratulations.
Thank you. Executive certificate in events management with the mention merit, Alfonso Junior King in absentia, Cephas Mwapo in absentia, with the mention pass, Princess Drukuli in absentia. I have the honor to present and recommend these graduates of Boma International Hospitality College the executive certificate in events management.
Acting on the recommendation of the BHC Academic Board and by the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Directors, I hereby confer upon you the certificate in events management with all its rights, privileges, and honors thereto appertaining to this award. Congratulations.
Thank you. Certificate in barrister skills with the mentioned distinction, Ann Nyambura Kiranga, Ann Stella Akinyi, Awino Polvino Odoyo, Brian Warigia, Cecily Karimi Karanja, Claire Wambui Wangari, Daniela Wanjiru Wanjiku, Dennis Wambua Nzioka, Emmanuel Chebukati, Eunice Akinyi Moses, Ferdinand Kiilu, Isige Violet Imali, James Kitavi Wambua, Jedida Kamau, Jessica Aoko Omondi, Karen Joki Kibiwot, Mwalugo Esther Wakio, Nelson Abasa Mutali, Okuku Jared Odundo, Osoro Benta Mora, Patricia Peyton Kasaine, Paul Ngethe, Philomena Nduku Mwinde, Rachel Waithira Gashungu, Reino Opio, Samuel Maina Raya, Sharon Georgina Otieno, Whitney Achieng. With the mention merit, Brian Deritu Kang'ethe, Gisela Abi Warimu, Rehema Akinyi Ouma, Leonox George Otieno, Priska Diana, Regan Okoba Lumile, Elaine Adhola, Edna Murigi Kagunde, Vivian Kwaka Musomi, Brayson Kibisu. With the mention pass, Tyrone Kiani Blesite. I have the honor to present and recommend these graduates of Boma International Hospitality College the certificate in barrister skills.
Acting on the recommendation of the BHC Academic Board and by the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Directors, I hereby confer upon each of you the certificate in barrister skills with all its rights, privileges and honors thereto appertaining to this award. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Congratulations, the class of 2025, and you are now officially alumni of BHC. Now, you heard the Secretary General saying he's a footballer. You heard my chairman saying he's a musician. Now, at this point, we need to recognize the talents, the non-academic talents, and it's my honor to welcome Ms. Jocelyn Omusembe to come and offer the non-academic awards to the class of 2025.
Thank you. Please allow us to stand for 1 minute. We would like to observe 1 minute of silence. We lost one faculty member. Please be upstanding for 1 minute. We lost one faculty member by the name Grace Mage in March this year. She was teaching numeracy and other units. May her soul rest in eternal peace. Thank you. Let's get seated. So I'll start. The BHC Board of Directors and the Academic Board, with your permission, it's my honor to issue non-academic awards to the class of 2025, as well as faculty and staff who have excelled exceptionally in both academic and non-academic sphere, in addition to upholding BHC's core values and exceptional commitment to their excellence. This year awards are sponsored by Business and Hotel Management School, BHMS, ITN and Odyssey, Educare International, Kwetu Student Residence, Placement International. These awardees were carefully selected and approved by the following awards. Class Valedictorian. This award goes to the outstanding lady whom the graduating class recognized for her commitment to learning, exceptional grades, and consistent pursuit of knowledge, outstanding leadership, and who has set a standard of culinary excellence. Beyond academics, this lady embodies resilience and a passion for uplifting their peers and contributing positively to the school community. The recipient of this award will receive a trophy and a gift voucher, courtesy of Educare International, and a cash prize, courtesy of Kwetu Student Residence. I invite Mr. Omar, CEO of Educare International, and Herman Amboko, Marketing Manager of Kwetu Student Residence, to issue this award. Join me in congratulating the valedictorian for the class 2025, Miss Michelle Mbai Kamene. Congratulations, Michelle Mbai. Michelle Mbai Kamene. Thank you. So next we have the Sports Personality Award. The Sports Personality Award. In this award, I would like to invite Mr. Alexander Maina, the Country Development Manager, Placement International, to issue this award. Mr. Alexander Maina. Thank you. This award celebrates students who have exceptionally upheld the values of sportsmanship. The awardee for the class of 2025 is recognized for his positive influence, leadership qualities, and impact in promoting sport and athletic activities, both by the student body, the faculty, and the BHC family. In addition, the awardee shall receive beyond this award a cash prize and a trophy courtesy of Placement International. So join me in congratulating the awardee of the class 2025 for the Sports Personality Award. This goes to Miss Ashley Mwaniki. Ashley Mwaniki, congratulations. Ashley Mwaniki, where are you? Is the guardian here, maybe, guardian? Ashley Mwaniki. So I'll ask Jamila to come and pick the on behalf. So the next award gets to Student Leadership Award. Student Leadership Award. In view of this award, I'd like to invite Mr. Omar Mohammed, the CEO of Educare International, to issue this award. Mr. Omar Mohammed. So this award celebrates students who have exceptional leadership attributes and value for service through example in respect to BHC's core values. The awardee for the class of 2025 is recognized for his passion, for his service excellence, outstanding leadership qualities, and impact both by the student body, the faculty, and the BHC family. In addition, this awardee shall receive a recognition trophy and a shopping voucher courtesy of Educare International. Join me in congratulating the awardee for the class of 2025 for the Student Leadership Award. That goes to Mr. Mark Mushiri. Mark Mushiri, congratulations, Mark Mushiri. So that's Mark Mushiri. Thank you. So the next award goes to the barrister. That's the Barrister Award. In view of this award, I would like to invite Dr. Nancy Kosgei, Director of Morandat Institute of Oil and Gas, to issue this award. Dr. Nancy Kosgei. So the student selected to receive this award has demonstrated an outstanding passion and dedication to the craft of coffee. From technique to customer experience, the awardee has shown exceptional courtesy, discipline, and drive to excel both in class and during practical sessions. They have consistently embodied our core values of professionalism, creativity, collaboration, working closely with faculty, peers, and external stakeholders to evaluate the coffee culture on campus. This prestigious recognition for the class of 2025 is awarded to Mr. Emmanuel Chebukati. Congratulations, Emmanuel. That's Emmanuel Chebukati, the Barrister Award. Thank you and congratulations, Emmanuel. So next is the Events Management Award. The recipient of this award has distinguished themselves through exceptional leadership, creativity, and execution in the dynamic fields of events management. Throughout their academic journey, they have consistently demonstrated a strong sense of responsibility, innovation, and an unwavering commitment to excellence. Whether planning campus-wide initiatives or contributing to collaborative projects, this student has exhibited professionalism, adaptability, and a keen understanding of the intricate details that define successful event experiences. They have been a true ambassador of our core values of teamwork, growth, and industry readiness, making a lasting impact on both their peers and the wider BHC community. This prestigious recognition for class of 2025 is awarded to, sorry, Dr. Nancy Koske, you needed to give this other award, please. So this prestigious recognition for the class of 2025 is awarded to Alfonso Jr. King from Liberia in absentia. But so Naomi Kirui can come and pick the award. Faculty member Naomi Kirui. So that's Naomi Kirui, that's the lead of events management. Thank you. So the next award goes to the Baking and Patisserie Award. The Baking and Patisserie Award. In view of this award, I'd like to invite Ms. Anne Peggy Ashira, the General Manager of Enashipai Resort and Spa, to issue this award. This award recognizes students whose artistry, precision, and passion for the craft of baking and patisserie have set them apart. From mastering the fundamentals of experimenting with complex techniques, the awardee has consistently demonstrated exceptional skill, discipline, and creativity. Their dedication has gone beyond the classroom, collaborating with peers, supporting campus events, and upholding the highest standards of professionalism and quality associated with the baking and patisserie arts. Through their commitment to excellence and keen eye for detail, this student has inspired others and contributed meaningfully to the vibrant culinary culture at BHC. The prestigious recognition for class of 2025 is awarded to Cynthia Mbinya Mutunga. Cynthia Mbinya Mutunga, congratulations. That is the Baking and Patisserie Award. Congratulations, Cynthia. Thank you. So the next award is the Culinary Arts Award. In view of the next two awards, I would like to invite our chief guest, Mr. Some, the TF Chair. Mr. Some, the TF Chair, to issue these awards, the next two awards. That's the Hospitality Management Award and the Culinary Arts Award. So for Culinary Arts Award, the student selected to receive this award has demonstrated a personal commitment to the field of culinary arts with deep passion and commitment to learn, research, and explore. The awardee has endeavored to promote our core values of professionalism and growth through collaborative initiatives with faculty and staff and fellow students in and out of the kitchen. In addition, the awardee is recognized as the top student academically for the graduating class of Culinary Arts and shall receive beyond this award an offer for an academic tuition scholarship to our partner, BHMS to pursue a bachelor's degree program in culinary arts at their campus in Lausanne, Switzerland. So this prestigious recognition for the class of 2025 is awarded to Mr. Mark Mushiri. Mr. Mark Mushiri, congratulations. Academic tuition scholarship to our partner BHMS to pursue a bachelor's degree program in culinary arts. Congratulations. Good. So the next, please remain standing. The TF chair can remain standing. So for Hospitality Management Award, this award honors a student who, above and beyond, has demonstrated excellence in the field of service and hospitality, integrity, teamwork, and passion, while inspiring a connection to our brand of experiences encompassed in applied hotel operations and through study program. In addition to the awardee of Hospitality Management Award, this awardee is recognized as the top student academically for graduating class in Hospitality Management and shall receive an offer for an academic scholarship to our partner BHMS to pursue either a bachelor's degree program in either hotel and hospitality management or global business management at their campus in Lausanne, Switzerland. In addition, they will also receive an award of excellence from Summit Education. This prestigious recognition for class of 2025 is awarded to Ms. Najma Sharif. Congratulations, Najma Sharif. That's Najma Sharif, Hospitality Management Award. Thank you. So, it's okay. So the next award is the Principal's Award. The next award is the Principal's Award. In view of this award, I'd like to invite Mr. Samuel Irungu, the acting school administrator, to issue this award. We consider this the highest student award that honors each year an all-round student of the graduating class. This graduate has showcased the highest levels of aptitude, diligence, hard work, and passion that are both admirable, influential, and outstanding. Their character and influence has also been commendable, emulative, and impactful to the BHC community, and they have set their mark on the halls of this great institution for years to come. This year's recipient has further honed his skills and experience to earn a position as the marketing team lead of one of Kenya's leading hotels and conference centers. The recipient of this award will receive a 50% discount on fee in the J1 visa program, courtesy of ITN and Odyssey. Kindly join me in honoring the recipient of the Principal's Award for the class of 2025. This award goes to Mr. Mark Chege. Mark Chege, the Principal's Award, levels of aptitude, diligence, hard work, passion, which are both admirable and influential and also outstanding. Congratulations, Mark Chege. Congratulations, Mark Chege. So the next award is for faculty members. So for the next award, I'd like to invite Ms. Mandy, KCB, Ms. Mandy, KCB, to issue this award. This is an award for the Outstanding Member of Faculty, Culinary Arts. Outstanding Member of Faculty, Culinary Arts. This award honors a member of faculty recognized and voted for by the graduating class of 2025 and at the discretion of the head of academics for exemplary service and dedication. The awardee for 2025 was noted for building a reputation for delivering excellence and an exemplary student experience by developing graduates who are confident gastronomists equipped to make a positive contribution to the world through their skill and character. Kindly join me in congratulating the recipient of this Outstanding Member of Faculty for Culinary Arts for the year 2025, Chef Lena Mogere. Chef Lena Mogere has equipped graduates who are confident gastronomists. That's Chef Lena Mogere, Outstanding Member of Faculty Award, Culinary Arts. Congratulations, Chef Lena. Congratulations. Excuse me, Chef Lena, come back, please come back. So thank you very much. So for the next award, I would like to invite Mr. Steve Biko, BHC Board Director, to issue this award. This is the Outstanding Member of Faculty, Hospitality. Outstanding Member of Faculty, Hospitality. The award honors a member of faculty recognized and voted for by the graduating class of 2025 and at the discretion of the head of academics for exemplary service and dedication. The awardee for 2025 was noted for building a reputation for delivering excellence and exemplary student experiences by developing graduates who are confident hoteliers equipped to conquer the world through their skill and character. Kindly join me in congratulating the recipient of this Outstanding Member of Faculty for Hospitality for the year 2025, Ms. Faith Cherop Birgen. Ms. Faith Cherop Birgen, Outstanding Member of Faculty Hospitality. Faith Cherop Birgen, is she around? No. So if she's not around, I will invite Mr. Alois to come and receive the award for her. Mr. Alois, that's our head and our food and beverage manager. Outstanding Member of Faculty, Hospitality. So congratulations to Ms. Faith Cherop Birgen. So for the next award, I would like to invite Mr. Mike Masharia. Thank you, Mr. Steve Biko. So for the next award, I'd like to invite Mr. Mike Masharia, BHC Board Chair and the CEO of the Kenya Association of Hotel Keepers and Caterers, to issue this award. Outstanding Member of Faculty, Business. This award honors a member of faculty recognized and voted for by the graduating class of 2025 and at the discretion of the head of academics for exemplary service and dedication. This awardee for 2025 was noted for building a reputation for delivering excellence and exemplary student experiences by developing graduates who are confident hoteliers and chefs with unparalleled business acumen for an evolving and disruptive business environment. Kindly Kindly join me in congratulating the recipient of the Outstanding Member of Faculty for Business Award for the year 2025. This goes to Mr. Samuel Irungu, our acting school administrator. So, Samuel Irungu. Samuel Irungu. Congratulations, Outstanding Member of Faculty, Business. Congratulations. So, the last award is an award for Outstanding Member of Staff. This is non-faculty, Outstanding Member of Staff. For the last award, I would like to invite Mr. Timothy Nyongesa Katiambo, Acting Director General of TVETA, to issue this award. Mr. Timothy Nyongesa Katiambo. Outstanding Member of Staff Award. This award honors an unteaching member of staff recognized and voted for by the graduating class of 2025 and at the discretion of the Human Resources Office for exemplary service and dedication. This awardee for the year 2025 was noted for contributing effortlessly towards working and promoting BHC's values and has proved their spirit for service, fostered great work relationships, and stood out as an exceptional member of staff who has indirectly contributed to the success of the class of 2025. Kindly join me in congratulating the recipient of the Outstanding Member of Staff for the year 2025. This award goes to Mr. Dahir Hassan. Dahir Hassan. Mr. Dahir Hassan. Mr. Dahir Hassan, if he's not here, so I think he's busy out there. So if he's not here, I will invite Chef Chris Burton. I will invite Chef Chris Burton to come and receive the award for Dahir Hassan. So congratulations to Mr. Dahir Hassan. Thank you. Thank you. So, on behalf of the faculty, staff, and BHC community, I take this opportunity to congratulate the entire class of 2025. I celebrate you. You have earned your place at BHC in our hearts, and I'm sure you will also in the industry. May you embody this same spirit of excellence in your life and careers. Congratulations to you, class of 2025. Hats off. Indeed, you are exceptional. Class of 2025.
Thank you so much, Ms. Jocelyn. Thank you for giving us the award for the talents. Now we're almost coming to an end, and I wish to make the following announcement before we march to the final graduation procession. All the students who received an award, the academic and non-academic award, as the acting school administrator will be leading the guests out, I request all of you to march to my left where the screen is. All the students who received the academic and non-academic award. That's the first announcement. The second one, we will all remain standing to allow the academic team, together with the chief guest and our directors, to move out. Then thereafter, it will be followed by the faculty. Please remain standing. Once they move, I'll request all of us again to sit, then I will guide from there. So I request all of us to stand as we march to the last academic procession. Please stand. Just a minute. Please have a seat. The CEO of Tourism Fund, Mr. Mwangi, please feel much appreciated. We appreciate you. I'd missed a very important part of this occasion. Allow me to welcome Mr. Steve Biko on stage to say a word of thank you to all of us. Mr. Steve Biko is one of our board members.
Thank you. 10 great years of excellence in this 9th Commencement ceremony. Congratulations to the graduating class of 2025. Please join me in thanking our distinguished guests, to the board and the executive neck of the Kenya Red Cross Society, who's our parent, to the board of directors of BIHC, to our distinguished guests, quite a number of those who have accepted to grace this occasion. Thank you very much. To the members of faculty, your work is quite apparent, and we appreciate you and thank you for all the efforts put in. To everybody who has participated in putting this ceremony together, thank you very much. But last but not least, to the parents of the graduating class. I am sure that today is something worth remembering and celebrating. Finally, once more to the graduating class of 2025, please put your hands together for yourselves. And ladies and gentlemen, join me in congratulating this particular class and all the efforts that have been put in. The world is yours for the taking. Please, ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause. Having said that, I don't want to stand between us and our lunch. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Biko. Thank you, everyone. Once again, as I announced, we will leave in a special way. I'll request all of us to stand and allow our chief guest and the people on the first row to kindly march out. You'll be escorted by Mr. Samuel Irongo and the chair of the board. So you can leave on my right. Thank you so much. The first row, you can leave together.